When Daniel Jones was drafted by the Giants with the 6th pick, there was outrage. Giants fans were on suicide watch, and Dave Gettleman had the entire NFL laughing at him.
The New York Giants select Daniel Jones.
Well, I'm here to put an end to this nonsense that Daniel Jones was a bad pick. Before I start, let me preface my statements. No, I am not a Giants fan. No, I am not a Daniel Jones fan. And me personally, I would not have taken Daniel Jones 6th overall, or even in the 1st round for that matter. However, to all the people who think that Daniel Jones was a bad pick because he quote-unquote sucks, I'm here to prove you wrong. Daniel Jones is one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the class. Don't let the media gibberish tell you otherwise. This throw has absolutely zero room for error, and Jones drops it in the bucket. There's going to be two constant reoccurring themes in this video: the amount of pressure Jones is facing, and Duke's receivers dropping passes. Jones delivers 3 beautiful back shoulder throws, all while the defender's in his face in this Miami game. He's also great at throwing on the run. Pat Shurmur likes to run a lot of short rolls and bootlegs, and Jones will be a great fit in the Giants offense. Here, Jones does a great job avoiding the sack, rolling out, and firing a dart on the sideline. Duke is running a shot play with a designed rollout. Clelin Ferrell is screaming at Jones, but he still delivers an accurate pass downfield. If you can't tell by now, Duke's offensive line is atrocious. Despite facing immediate pressure and having defenders draped all over him, Jones still manages to be extremely accurate. On this play, Jones is staring down this receiver, hoping this linebacker bites. Great manipulation, and once again, all while under immense pressure. Duke's running an RPO with a tosser concept on the wide side of the field. Jones sees this linebacker bites, so he quickly pulls the ball out and makes a pinpoint pass. This idea that Daniel Jones can't throw the deep ball is false. Like I said, Jones is a very accurate quarterback, and you see here he's getting smothered and he drops a dime, but the receiver drops it. Like I was saying, Jones is a very accurate quarterback and the deep ball is no problem to him. But due to the lack of protection and the fact Jones had no talent around him, David Cutcliffe mostly ran a quick hitting style offense. Now if you ask Jones to throw it anything over 50 or so yards, that's where he can struggle, because he just doesn't have the arm strength to get it there, accurately at least. You see here, North Carolina is getting edge pressure, and DJ received the snap less than a second ago. But he doesn't panic. That's what makes him such a good quarterback, is his poise. I mean, you guys have seen the clips, he just doesn't get rattled. So he stays calm, and he just takes 2 steps up in the pocket. The edge rushers run right by him, and he throws a beauty down the field. Great poise, great pocket presence. That's perfect quarterback play if I've ever seen it. Cutcliffe has done a great job grooming DJ. That play looked like a carbon copy of the Eli to Manningham throw in the Super Bowl. One more deep ball for good measure. Notice DJ opens to the left, then goes back right. He's trying to manipulate the single high safety here, and as a DB at this point, you're thinking, the first one was a dummy, he was trying to fool me. He's actually going right, because that's where he's looking now. But you'll see Jones comes back to the left, and the safety is completely out of the play. Unsurprisingly though, the receiver did what Duke receivers do, ruin highlights. Speaking of manipulation, here's a really nice play from Daniel Jones. Duke is going to run a play action with a tosser concept here, and if you don't know what a tosser concept is, it's just 2 slants coming from the same side of the field. Anyways, Northwestern is in cover 0, and they're in man coverage across the board. This linebacker is matched up with this tight end, and as the ball is snapped, the tight end stays in the block to help pick up the blitz. So now the linebacker's job is to go find someone to cover. Knowing this, Daniel Jones just looks over there as if there's something going on, but there really isn't. He just needs this guy to vacate the middle of the field to open this throwing window. Once again, Jones opens left, and as soon as he finishes his drop, he comes back right and fires to the open man. This is the type of stuff you see 10-year veterans do in the NFL, and Jones is already a master at it. That receiver isn't open if it weren't for Jones. Something I noticed when watching film is Jones shows flashes of reading the defense quickly and going through his progressions like an NFL quarterback. Like on this play, he goes through every one of his progressions and he hits his last read for an easy gain. This play's nothing fancy, it's just nice to see he can go through his progressions and he's making full field reads. That's something 99% of college quarterbacks can't do. Notice how quickly Jones makes up his mind on this third down. He sees this corner is too far off, and before the receiver is even in his break, he's winding up to throw. Great play and great anticipation. Here's another great third down play. Pittsburgh is in man coverage and Jones sees this. The hitch route isn't the best idea, and they're bracketing this slot receiver. So he quickly shifts his eyes to this tight end who he knows is running an out route at the sticks. And before he's out of his break, DJ is throwing the football. Perfect quarterback play. This is basically the exact same play, but once again man coverage across the board, and before the receiver is out of his break, Jones is already throwing. Another example of excellent anticipation, and he takes a shot at the end too. Now let's touch on the last thing that makes Daniel Jones special. His athleticism and mobility. He scored 2 long touchdown runs in this North Carolina game, and he's outrunning corners and safeties. I don't know how, because it looks like he's moving in slow motion, but hey, he got it done. Must be the long strides. When the offensive line would inevitably allow pressure on DJ and he couldn't find anyone open, he consistently made something out of nothing with his legs. This play is a great example. DJ sees that his guard and his tackle are getting beat, so he rolls out before the pocket collapses on him. He has the mobility to scramble out and throw a strike on the run. He knows he's about to get lit up, and once again it doesn't faze him. For all the people who say the Giants should have drafted Haskins, are you still so sure about that? There's no way Haskins survives playing for Duke. He does not handle pressure well, and he's a statue in the pocket. If you swapped Jones and Haskins, there wouldn't be much of a difference for Ohio State, but Duke definitely just got slightly worse. Now I don't want people to get confused. I did have a slightly higher grade on Haskins before the draft, but people act like Haskins was by far and away the better quarterback. And all I'm saying is, if Haskins played for Duke, he wouldn't keep this Duke team alive like DJ did. This video can't all be positive. We have to go over some of DJ's weaknesses. Probably his biggest weakness is his lack of arm strength. This is why I and many others were not high on Daniel Jones. He just doesn't provide much upside due to his lack of arm strength, and you can see where it can become a problem. Like on this play here, Jones recognizes man coverage, so he throws to his flat route that's wide open. But because he doesn't have the zip on the ball, the defender can close on it quickly and break it up. Or on this play where he throws with anticipation, but it just doesn't have any zip on it, so the throw becomes more dangerous than it should be. I see a lot of people on Twitter and YouTube point to this play and say this is why DJ isn't good. And don't get me wrong, this is a bad play. He hesitated for some reason and the ball should be out. And on top of that, he still forced it into coverage. Most people see this clip and they say he can't throw with anticipation, but I've shown you plenty of clips where he does throw with anticipation. He hesitated and he had one bad play and everyone's coming after him with torches and pitchforks. Something DJ can improve on is his decision making. For the most part, he takes care of the ball, but he just has these throws that make you wonder what he was looking at. Pitt is in cover 1 hole, and Jones tries to throw this slant against off-man coverage. Normally that would be a good idea, except this hole defender is standing right there. Just a dangerous throw. Most of DJ's flaws can be fixed with experience and good coaching. I believe he'll be a solid quarterback for the years to come. I'm just not sure he'll ever enter that elite tier of top 5 quarterbacks. An easy comparison for DJ is Eli Manning. And people love to hate on Eli, but like it or not, he beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl, and he's going to the Hall of Fame. Jones wasn't a bad pick because he sucks, or a bad pick at all for that matter. He just lacks the upside a lot of people, including myself, like to see. If you love a quarterback, there is no waiting around for him. You take him the very first chance you get, and that's the bottom line. By my judgment, DJ is already a better quarterback than Trubisky, Dak Prescott, Lamar Jackson. If you're a fan of those teams, DJ would take you further than your current quarterbacks would. All those guys probably have a higher ceiling than DJ, but from a floor perspective, DJ is easily a better quarterback. I know some of you aren't going to like that, but like a wise man once told me, the eye in the sky never lies.